Ladies and gentlemen, live from Boca Raton, Florida, it's the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Did it right? You supposed to play?
Go ahead, go play.
Josh, play. We want to change the intro, so we have a one-piece band, soon to be two-piece, three-piece, four-piece more.
Very nice.
Little by little, we're growing it, and then we have military. Now, do you remember when military first came to us? He said that he wanted to increase his camera presence.
Military or Josh?
Military.
Okay.
He wanted to be in front of a camera and do. That was in the interview, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, he don't know what's coming. You remember that? You
Maybe.
do? No, he does. So you have opened up Pandora's box because I want to do some more of those pop-ins. That was courtesy of Bree. She made him pop in that way. I was just going to do the voice, but Josh is playing the guitar. He's going to be playing it little by little and introducing more and more music to the pieces.
Very nice.
Because I want to add a little something to it. He'll be taking us out when you
Say
do
a certain word, which I don't know what the word is, so it's going to be a big surprise to all of us.
If he has to remind him what the word is.
Very
but other than
nice.
that, we'd be good to go.
And the artwork behind us is from artist Stephanie Jaffe. It's a mixed media. I can't see the piece behind you, Freddie. We're going to have to move it. That one is called Nerds Rule the World, and
That's because Slick put it too low.
I know, but I can't go higher because it's a heavy piece. But
Well, that's going to be it then.
well, maybe we'll move it closer this way so they see
commercial
it.
break. Just
We'll move it.
Okay.
And this piece behind me is the Three Musketeers. So she takes this whole creative artistry venue of being an artist. And these are the Three Musketeer rappers. We've got Sugar Babies. I gave her an idea for the Sugar Daddy during COVID when my brain was in a COVID brain state of the Sugar Daddy being like a Boca Del Rey kind of Sugar Daddy guy in the Sugar Daddy clothes. So I was in like this major COVID state, Veronica. My brain was just not normal 2 weeks ago. But
And what has changed?
with some like gold chains and, you know, like a beautiful arm candy Barbie next to him. Sugar Daddy, got it?
No.
Yes, you do. Anyway, nothing has changed with my brain.
Nothing has changed.
But we got new producers. We got the Music Man, Josh Martin, in the house. We got Daniel. What is your last name? Rubino, right? Daniel Rubino. And he is doing audio, I guess, for Josh. It's kind of like a
Daniel
Cyrano
Rubino
de
is his name?
Bergerac
That's his
situation.
name?
Yes.
Daniel Rubino?
How did I know that?
Yeah. I didn't even know his name.
Do you remember last night we did a show? We did a great show with
No, Dawn, I don't
Om
remember last night's
Mastery.
show.
And she was talking about brain remapping, this neurotransmitter brain reworking. So when she got to the stop sign, she didn't question the stop sign 2 times because she actually had clarity of thought. I questioned, do I know your name and this and the artwork, and 20 different files in my head going firing at the same time.
Like she said, before she had COVID. right?
Before I had COVID, I had clarity of
Not
mind.
me. I always wait to a stop sign. I'm standing there waiting for it to turn green, and it never does.
We got a whole lot going. You want to talk to Josh? We're going to head over
Let's
to
talk
the.
to Josh.
All right, let's talk to Josh Martin and see how long he is been playing music. The Music Man himself, our new in-house cafe show.
Yeah. I don't know. What?
Yeah. Your mom is happy you're playing and practicing here.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
way you're not playing
Let's
and
put him
practicing
up on the
in band.
camera slick. There we go.
Now Josh is a good sport, and he knows what we want to do with some music aspects of what we're doing. There's a reason for this. Rio actually sent us 20 some odd songs that we are going to start posting and playing all over the place for him as well. And the biggest challenge I have here is Slick, because Slick thinks he can sing. Slick
He
knows
can.
he can sing,
100%.
but he won't, because I asked him to sing today and he won't do it.
I don't know how he could sing to that. It's not like there's lyrics or anything to that.
No. You see, what you don't understand is that we have the karaoke section over there. That's why military's there.
We need a good jam session.
No, we can do karaoke. You can sing karaoke.
So let's ask Josh. Josh, how long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing since I was 5, so 16, 17 years about.
And what's your favorite music you like to play?
Any type of rock and roll kind of thing.
So you're a rocker?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Led Zeppelin, Cream, Hendrix, all those type of guys. That's what.
Have you ever written any music of your own?
Yeah, I mean, I have like my own band and all that, but we don't really write music. We just play cover songs
the
for
name
the
of the
most
band?
part. What's that?
Name of the band?
Challenger. After the rocket explosion.
Yeah.
Because Led Zeppelin did the Hindenburg explosion, we did the rocket ship explosion.
Wow, you guys have been together that long?
They weren't alive back then.
I was wondering.
But you know,
they do that?
there's history books.
Like I can do a band and call it the Dinosaurs.
Absolutely.
difference?
Or the Cookie Man or something.
The
What?
Cookie Man.
What? What was that?
When does your band play?
We always just send out emails. We played in City Place not too long ago for a Battle of the Bands thing. It was pretty fun there.
How long ago was that?
A couple months ago.
How long have we known him?
Couple months.
You ever get an invite? Anybody here get an invite
Like, did
to?
you go to City Place?
You got an invite to the place?
Did you
Yeah,
go?
he was front row.
Did you go? And you didn't tell me?
us? Well, how would?
I thought you guys knew. I thought he was giving up the invite, but clearly you didn't want to speak out. I'm sorry.
Oh,
How was
clearly
Battle of the
he
Band?
didn't
How'd you do?
We didn't make it like to the next round or anything, but everyone said we sounded pretty good. I mean, I've been playing. I gathered them mainly. They didn't play instruments before. They were my best buds from high school, and I wanted someone to play
How
with.
many pieces?
3.
Okay, so
Is-
let me ask a real dumb question.
Yeah.
Why haven't they played here?
Because it's a big band. It's a noisy rock
He said
band.
3 pieces.
It'll be
told me
like
it's a noisy rock
it'll be
band.
very loud. Very,
I'm
very
sorry,
loud.
are we like immune to sound?
It'll be very loud.
What do you mean? It's a band. My brother was in bands all his life. He played in an apartment. Shake what? So what? We'll use drums with socks on them. How's that? You guys are being ridiculous. What, you got a bass, a drummer, and you?
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
a singer?
Yeah. Yeah, the bassist is our main singer right now.
Now, do they scream into the mic or do they sing?
I'm the one that screams into the mic
Yeah, I
because I
figured.
can't sing. So when we do like punk songs or anything like that, that's my favorite.
It's
I
funny, I
just
don't
yell.
see you because you're so quiet here, right? And then here he is. He gets on stage, and you've got The Rock, and he's screaming. He's doing punk music, and
He jumps on stage, he's wearing
Right?
leather pants.
it's a whole different thing when the
He has a
cameras
wig
go
and
on.
he starts wiggling his head.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting to watch
gotta
different
bring the
sides
band
of
in.
people.
Yeah, I'll bring them in, but
No, they got to play.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know
you
about
have
that.
it on tape?
Yeah. We have a
Okay.
YouTube channel and Instagram and all that.
Maybe we can do that. Can we bring in the noisy band? That's what it should be called, the noisy band. You
Noisy
can't
band.
play,
I
they're
had
too
asked
noisy.
him, and he told me, he said they're very loud. He couldn't commit.
They're very loud people or they very loud music?
Music.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as very loud music. I put them in the parking lot.
There you have it. Do you have another gig lined up?
No, we just keep sending emails out and just waiting for a response. That's about it.
So people hire you for different events.
They don't hire. They're free gigs, but I mean, we just want to play in front of people. That's all we really
And
want
the
to do.
reason we can't have them here is because number one, it's free. Number two, it's too loud. Number three, it's a band.
I do not know. The head of the band told me I don't know.
No, I think the head of the band is very shy. He's a shy guy.
You can send him over to Mike's also.
We can, I can have Mike come here.
That's what they say. Bring the band to Mike.
Maybe I
Bring
can make
Mike
a phone
here.
call to them.
Or bring Mike
Show
to
me
the
a
band.
tape. We'll send Mike a tape and see if he'll let you play at Crazy Uncle Mike's.
All right.
That'd be awesome. You have a demo?
Yeah. I can probably look for a video to show you guys.
Only question is, are you going to invite us so that we can see you when you go there?
Yeah, the next time we get a gig, I'll invite you guys.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Don't wait for Slick, because that invite will never come.
Okay.
So, Slick, do you want to sing with the band? Is that what it is going to make? You want to sing with the band? Is that what, so they got to share a mic? Is that what the deal is?
I don't want to.
Two.
But I don't want to.
Sing with the band. If they're good, they're good. Like I feel like I can break out solo like a Kendra Erica.
No.
You
Don't
know,
hurt
like a
yourself
Slick
now.
Speaks, literally. Slick Speaks. You know.
No, don't hurt yourself.
I think I can. Can't I, guys? They say yeah. They say yeah. My voice is a nice voice. It's nice.
Josh, would you let him sing with your band?
Yeah, I'll give him a shot. I'm telling you right now, the singers we have, he could probably be better, no matter how bad he is.
Ooh, I don't want to.
Veronica,
I
you
don't want
can't
to
even
brag.
believe this,
I
right?
don't want to brag.
Wow. You would be better than this singer. Now I definitely got to get this band.
I don't want to brag, but you know, I do got a
Wow.
voice. It sounds amazing in the shower, though. Like,
Somebody else's show.
all right. Thank you.
I think it's awesome. All right, you want to do another song for us? Take us out to a commercial break. When we come back, we've got Veronica Green, Veggie Vero in the house. We're doing some kids cooking segment. First one, kicking off our summer. She's got a new cookbook coming out, a new cooking series we're going to talk about. See how we get the kids involved in the kitchen, eating healthy, all the way from Delray Beach Children's Garden. So more to come.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Lady Ashley and this is my husband, Big John.
The muscle behind the hustle.
We are the creators of this very unique party planning business, Lady Ashley Party Planning. We are known for all the details. We specialize in gorgeous balloon decor, floral displays, and handle all of your party planning needs from A to Z.
Please feel free to visit our website at ladyashleypartyplanning.com. Our email is abpartyplanning@yahoo.com, and our phone number is 561-542-2296.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Welcome to Sunshine Senior Solutions, a trusted medical supply company that puts patients first, offering quality home medical equipment and supplies. Sunshine Senior Solutions is here to help simplify the lives of patients, caregivers, and their families. From canes and crutches to diabetic glucose monitors, your health, safety, and comfort is our #1 priority. Call or visit our website, Sunshine Senior Solutions, bringing the heart back to healthcare.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And there you have it. There you go, it's all in the timer.
The music of Josh Martin of Challenger. Challenger?
Yeah.
Challenger. More to come with
Challenger in the house. You gotta see with the little flare.
that. I just went
Challenger.
He made me thinking of Rocket Man, so I wanted to make sure it was Challenger.
Rocket Man and Challenger.
I like that.
I'm glad you cured your COVID ailments.
Absolutely.
All right, who do we got
We
now?
got a great segment for you today. We have got our very own Veronica Green of Veggie Vero Kids Corner in the house today, showing off some of Kids Cooking segment. She is working really, really hard at the Delray Beach Children's Garden, bringing our children back to nature, teaching them healthy food, amazing books she's working on, hopefully a new cookbook about teaching kids how to be vegan, how to eat healthy, make good food choices, because it all starts when the younger you can start it, the better off we don't get into bad eating habits. So Veronica's here. We've got some cooking. She's going to be making some lettuce wraps, and I believe the ingredients come from the Children's Garden. So
Absolutely.
let's roll it. And there you have it. We've got Veronica Green with us of Veggie Vero Kids Corner, which airs every Saturday morning right here on our Kids and Teens television network through the Ant Media Productions platform.
And it's funny, Veronica doesn't know this, but I was watching what she did last Saturday, what you posted. And I am now inspired to having a children's cartoon something or another. I have to be careful how I present it. But having kids' cartoons, because I remember growing up, I always got up real early in the morning, had my Cheerios because I always wanted to watch my cartoons. And that was my alone time. And my parents would leave me alone, everybody would leave me alone, and I sort of want to get back to that whole fundamental because I've been watching how you progress. Everything in there. You have the artists, you have Veronica, everything's in there. It's a fun Saturday morning.
It's a fun Saturday morning. Veronica does such a great job at the garden, and I really wish more people knew about the Delray Beach Children's Garden, Veronica.
It's growing. It's definitely growing. We're actually busier now than we've ever been. Post-COVID, we kind of exploded. I mean, of course, there's always room to grow, but we have really become super busy because people just want to get outdoors with their kids and get them playing in nature, get them away from the computer screens and the TV, all the screen time, too much screen time. So, and there's just so much demand for more and more workshops and programs. So actually the cookbook that I have coming out is inspired by one of the programs that we have at the Children's Garden. It's called the Nature Education Cooperative. It's the homeschool program that was founded by Christina Nicodemo. She's the director of the garden. And she kind of had this vision for a nature-based homeschool co-op for her kids to be a part of. And she has done an amazing job putting it together. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I'm one of the teachers, one of the several teachers we have as part of that program. I lead the cooking segment. There's also science and math and mindfulness and art. So it's just such a wonderful, enriching program for the kids. It's really nice to see them just kind of blossoming.
I love following you because when you're going through raising your kids, and if you've got more than one, I don't think as parents we always enjoy the moments like we should. And maybe that's the beauty of being a grandparent, that you enjoy more of those individual moments because we're so busy worrying about the little things as, you know, a dirty diaper, their sippy cup fell. These things that just clearly really don't matter in the bigger picture of enjoying this time and these moments with the kids. So I think as I get older in life and I get to watch what you're doing with these kids, I think, wow, this is so unbelievable that I really hope people take the opportunity to get outside and to enjoy our community and what you are offering there. We've got some great pictures they're going to load up as well. But
Thank you.
The cookbook that you're working on is about inspiring kids to what? Choose right, get involved in the kitchen?
Yeah, both of those. I think, like you mentioned earlier, the younger that you start children eating healthy and developing a palate for healthy foods, the more likely it is to stick with them throughout their lives. I mean, there's no reason why children need to think broccoli is gross. That's kind of like just like a thing that, I don't know, like I've even seen it like in children's books before, like, yuck, broccoli. And it's like, what kind of messages are we really giving to our kids? Like, if you start them early, that's actually something they would reach for. Dipping some broccoli into some hummus, there's a snack. It's better than grabbing, M&Ms or something.
It's true, and making it fun and getting them involved and making the choices.
Yeah,
and when I went through my health coaching certification, the one I went through was all for children and families. And I love that when you present choices, you present two choices that are okay with you as the parent. Whether it's strawberries and blueberries or cantaloupe and pineapple, whatever it is, whichever the children choose, they're both okay choices.
Right, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
But you layer the choices, and I like that you have the individual servings, or you fill it with fruits and vegetables. Whatever fruits and vegetables they choose from this serving is okay because all of these are healthy choices.
Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't realize you had that up on the screen.
So we're running through some of these things, and this is a great jar of having them mix and match.
That was a parfait that we made at the homeschool co-op. And yeah, they got some plant-based vanilla yogurt. They had a little muffin tin, one of those like 6-count muffin tins, and we just put blueberries, strawberries, half a banana, some chia seeds, like different things into the tin, and they get to choose what they want to put in there and layer it however they want. I think there was granola too. And they just have such a blast doing it. It's really just about also them kind of getting used to using different utensils and used to working in the kitchen. I mean, if they're a part of creating this healthy thing, they're going to be more excited to eat it. They're actually going to be more excited to eat it than if it was just given to them. you know. So it's been such a beautiful journey watching them develop. Some of these kids have been in the co-op for, you know, multiple sessions. So I've seen them over the past couple of years now grow from these like chubby little hands, and they awkwardly cutting with the knife, and we have like these little plastic serrated knives, so they're safe, but still it can get very awkward trying to use it with little hands. And then as the semesters pass on, they get more and more comfortable cutting and using the different utensils and spreading, you know, sauces, mixing. It's really sweet to watch. They have such a blast.
Do you find, because you were watching them grow up doing this, that they're choosing now to stay in the healthy zone of food choices?
Well, yeah, I mean, I see actually some of the moms, a lot of the moms who bring their little ones to the co-op, they'll come and they'll have their snacks with them because it's a 3-hour class. So obviously they're bringing lunches and snacks with them, and sometimes the things they pull out of their lunch bag are like snacks that we made in previous cooking sessions together. So like they're taking this and carrying it on into the household and making it a part of their daily lives, which is like the most touching thing. I love that.
That's what's so amazing, because you can really reshape taste buds if that's the only thing you're eating, and you're not eating the processed foods that the manufacturers add things that make you crave more, like cookies and salty chips and things that your body thinks, oh, I need more, because we don't know how to process it, but they taste good.
But if you give kids a reason to do things, they will do them.
Yeah.
So if you're having fun, kids will do them. When I coach football, kids used to bring snacks to practice. I says, no. So I used to take the fastest kids, and I used to take the slowest kids, and I used to make them run. And the faster kids were first online to play longer, because the heavier kids could not. So I spoke to the parents about changing their diets. It got really complicated because I was dealing with children, but dealing parents' minds. And that's exactly what you're doing here, that they're coming back, they're enjoying what they're doing, they're having fun doing it.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to, we need more of that going on today, tell you that much.
Yeah, they have their whole lives to be introduced to junk food. It's bound to happen one way or another, right? But I think introducing them to healthy plant-based foods at a young age, like I said, is just key. It's key to just having it, you know, just as part of their rotation. It doesn't necessarily mean that every single meal is going to be like a superstar, but at least they have been introduced to it. You know, I think it's like really, really sad when I see some children who like won't actually eat anything green. Like their parents say it, they actually announce it. Like, my kid won't touch it if it's green. Those are mostly not families who are regulars at the garden, but like sometimes we'll get visitors who will say that, and they're like, I can't believe that he just went and picked a tomato from the vine and just ate it. He won't eat that at home. You know what I mean? So it's very sweet, but it's also a little heartbreaking, because if you see that this is what it takes to get them eating healthy foods, you got to try to find ways to incorporate it at home. Like start your own backyard garden, whatever you can do. Even if you just have a balcony, get some potted plants out there, because really when kids are a part of the process of growing, harvesting, and cooking the food with their hands, they're excited to eat it.
It's getting them experience. I was watching the news the other day and I thought of you, because you know we have all this shortage now of food and inflation and the price of food on everything that there is. So a lot of these public schools are having to change their menus, and they can't plan out. When we were growing up, you'd get the menu a month in advance, and you knew every Monday was pizza day and every Tuesday was whatever, barbecue, whatever it was. But now they can't. Now they have to really cut costs back and see what they can get. And they're looking more at a vegan menu. Because,
well, it's interesting that,
right?
Because a lot of people have said to me, well, isn't being vegan so expensive? And
that's what the irony of this whole thing.
A lot of the plant-based foods are on the cheaper end. It's when you start getting into specialty pre-made, pre-packaged things, vegan processed foods like pre-made veggie burgers and stuff. I mean, as much as I enjoy that from time to time, that's the expensive stuff. But that is also for non-vegan food. If you get processed pre-made stuff that's meat-based, it's usually more expensive than getting the raw product, right? So it's all relative.
So I thought how interesting that it takes inflation and a lack of pre-processed foods to get healthy food choices at a lower price to our kids in the public school system. It was so ironic, and all I could do was think of you, because that's always the complaint. You went vegan, you thought it's expensive. People say eating healthy is expensive, but clearly it seems to be less expensive now than
But
some of the other things.
It's different now.
It's
There's-
different.
There's more vegan availability. When I went vegan, there was less. I had to go all the way down to Miami to pick up some vegan ice cream. And now you can pick it up almost anywhere. So the game has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Schools are going to have to become better business models because they have a crunch time. There's no foods. You should see some of the stuff they're serving the kids' trays.
That's, yeah.
And as a parent, you better get educated real quick. Real quick. Watch this show on the weekend because it's about cutting corners but doing it without hurting kids' diets. Because when you start doing that, you start affecting their minds and you start cutting back. And all of a sudden, you start eating more junk food because you want to put something in your body. And the body will ask for junk. More sodas, more chips, more this, more that. And not everybody has his physique that he can eat almost anything. He don't gain a pound.
Yeah, you've got great metabolism, Slick.
You don't gain a pound.
I do.
No, you don't. Since I've known you, I think you've lost weight.
Yeah,
And you eat like a
I
fiend.
fluctuate. I think my heaviest was probably like 2 months ago. It was probably like 30 pounds.
Did you see that?
You lost 30 pounds?
No, like 30 pounds.
He gained 30
Because
pounds.
I used to be very thinner than this.
Really?
You were like a walking
It's
skeleton.
just because I wear a lot of big clothes, so you guys don't see.
What is he talking about?
I was thinner than this.
I want you to watch her show on Saturday.
Huh?
I want you to watch her. I want you to start eating right because you got.
I
some
do
other
eat
stuff.
right.
eats well.
I do
No, he
eat well.
doesn't. You eat them ramen noodle things,
He eats
and you got
well.
sick.
Why do you like to
You
tell
had
people
Chinese
about
food. I
my?
tell you, you're gonna get sick. You got sick. Well,
I
why do
don't know.
you
Why
not
did-
listen?
Why do you tell
He's
her my
throwing you under the
downfalls?
bus.
Why you not
He
listen?
tells everybody
But he
my
gets sick
downfalls.
because he eats stuff that he shouldn't eat, and then he makes fun of me. And the one that's like,
You
is her.
had like probably like a 6-pack of cookies in your
I
hand
had 2
before.
cookies.
2 cookies?
Yeah. I had it with the coffee, which actually melted my mouth. I won't be drinking
Next time I see
or
you
eating
grab
anything
cookies,
for like
I'm
3 days.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go into the kitchen. We're going to make some lettuce wraps, see what fresh ingredients Veronica Green brought in for us today. So stay tuned. Our in-house band, Joshua Martin's going to take us out to break, and we will be right back.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana and I am standing in J&D Cakes over off of Federal Highway by Meisner Park in Boca Raton. And wow, does it smell delicious in here. Owned by Joel Basco and Daniela Borquez, they are the ones in the business as far as cakes. From weddings and birthdays, special events, holidays, novelty, and known for their sculpture cakes, you have to check them out. If they look familiar to you, you may have seen them as they were featured on Cake Hunters. They were the winner of Food Network's Cake Wars, as well as returners and finalists on their Champs episode.
Hi, I'm Joel and welcome to J&D Cakes of Boca Raton. We're right across Meisner Park and we're open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come by if you can. If you want to order from us, please call us at 561-569-1860.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another, passion in my heart, partners come and go, always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
Dancing for my life.
Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back, our in-house band. We got Josh Martin on the guitar, and we are doing some kid cooking in the kitchen with Veggie Vero, Veronica Green in the house. So we're making a couple types of lettuce wraps.
Now let me ask you, because I'm very foreign to a lettuce wrap. That's when I went to the Chinaman, a Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
They put lettuce wrap. Is that what we're talking about? It's like a lettuce piece, big piece, and you put stuff in there?
That would be it. So instead of carbs, which make you sneeze and make most people gain weight, and carbohydrates.
But let me tell you something about the lettuce wraps. I gotta have like 20 of them.
Well, we're gonna talk to Veronica about that because.
What do you put in them, Veronica?
Let's see what she's making today. A lot of these ingredients come fresh from the garden at the Delray Beach Children's Garden, which we had the opportunity to see a few years ago. So let's see what she's got rolling.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
Look at that shot. Yeah, because a lettuce wrap is like a snacky snack.
Well, it is more of an appetizer, I guess, but if you're doing this with your kids at home, this one would be enough to fill them.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I grabbed a pretty medium size.
Oh my God, look at the size of that. Okay, now I understand. That's huge.
Well, this is actually like on the smaller end. We have some really ginormous ones at the garden growing that are like the size, like they're like the size of your whole head. They're really
Okay, then I stand corrected.
I've
because-
never
you
had a
just roll
collard
them up,
green.
You stuff them with your fillings, and it's like eating a wrap, a carbless wrap, I guess you could say.
Wow, and
So it is
that's
filling.
that's a what now?
This is a collard green. This is
Really?
straight from the garden. I just picked it yesterday.
Look at the
That
size
is so
of that thing.
cool. She picked it and you get to eat it. There's no preservatives, there's no spray on it, it's fresh. I've never had a collard green wrap before.
So if you were home doing this and you wanted to blanch it first, you could, because sometimes people prefer to make it a little bit less tough because it is kind of a tougher leaf. I'm fine eating it raw, but some people like to blanch it. So you would like simmer some water, in a pan and just kind of let it sit in the simmering
steam
water
it?
for a few seconds.
like a steamer?
30 seconds, yeah. And then you take it out and it becomes really soft and easy to wrap up. But we're gonna do it raw today.
That is so cool.
And does it make it long? Does it stretch out bigger?
No.
Never. Never. What are you doing out here? Never.
And I've never
I'm
had
shocked.
them. And ever had them raw?
Not raw. I mean, I've had it raw once. Yeah, it's pretty popular cooked. in dishes. You can cut it up and put it in soups and stir fries and all types of things. But yeah, you can totally eat them.
She always inspires me with her
Can I
cooking.
put mayonnaise in? I'm only kidding.
Listen,
only
you
kidding.
can put whatever you want inside of it, but that's going to make it more or less healthy. So.
I'm only kidding. All right, so what do we do next?
Okay, so shall I begin?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to make a rainbow lettuce wrap, I like to call it, for the little ones because it's lots of different colors of the rainbow. So we're starting with our green from the actual collard. We're going to chop off the kind of stem on the end. We're going to just make it so that it lies nice and flat. Oh, you have me zoomed in. All right, and then we're going to grab a little bit of hummus.
It's like mayonnaise, hummus.
You should definitely substitute hummus for your mayonnaise because it's protein.
To just slather it all over this thing. I like to put a nice.
You see, you like a little lather. That's what I'm talking about.
This gives it a lot of flavor, and of course adds a lot of protein as well.
Now, did you buy that hummus or did you make that hummus?
I bought this hummus.
You bought it, okay. Because some people make their own hummus.
Yes, you can totally make your own hummus.
Wow, look at that. She likes the hummus.
I really like to get a lot on there because
It looks delicious already.
it adds so much flavor. I mean, if you just, that's the thing, like when you're cooking with kids are not eating healthy for health, right? They don't know or care really about health concerns. They're so young. They're eating for taste. If it's delicious, they're gonna eat it. So slather on the hummus. It's guilt-free. It's organic.
Looking good already.
Okay, so then we're gonna take a little bit of organic sweet corn for our yellow, our rainbow yellow. And you want to actually put it long ways if possible, because we're going to be rolling it long ways. So, of course, when the kids are making this, it could just look like whatever. It can just look like a whole Mod Podge of things. But if you really want to make it where when you cut it, you can see all the different layers, try to do it in rows of color.
This looks good. You like it?
I'm all in. And you love corn.
I love corn. I should have been a
And
chicken.
We're going to take a little bit of red pepper.
You like peppers.
What do you think of corn as a vegetable for kids?
If you're going to use corn, make sure it's organic because corn is a crop that is heavily sprayed.
That's why I'm asking why you chose the organic corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't use corn with every meal, but when I'm trying to do the whole rainbow thing,
Use the yellow.
I use the corn for the yellow. But yeah, definitely organic because corn tends to be sprayed pretty heavily.
So if I bring a corn stalk, like I go to the supermarket and you're standing there, you're taking
You're shucking it?
yeah, and you bring it home, is that better than organic or no?
A corn stalk?
Yeah.
The stalk of corn can be organic, or you have to get it. They're going to have it in two separate sections.
Gotcha.
So you'll have organic corn stalks that have been grown in fields that were not sprayed, and then you'll have the non-organic ones.
Gotcha.
For convenience, in the cooking show, I just did an organic canned corn. Okay, so I just sliced up some red pepper. Now you want to slice it very thin. I don't know if you can see on the camera, I made very thin little slices. Just like that, and put them right alongside the corn. Then I'm going to move on to carrots, and actually if you have organic shredded carrots, that would be probably best for this, especially for little ones, because carrots, when they're raw, can be a little tough to chop, but I didn't have that, so we're just going to use a regular carrot. And I'm going to
She makes it so simple.
each slice
Just more hands.
in half, so they're kind of narrow and thin, like how
Try that
shredded
now with your
carrots
big
might be.
finger.
And just put them right up alongside
Happy
the
birthday.
red peppers.
See how easy?
You don't want to overdo it with a wrap like this, because if you have like big chunky pieces of veggies inside, when you wrap it up, they can poke through and kind of just turn into a big mess. So we have our green, we have our yellow, our red, our orange, and we're going to do purple now. I have some purple cabbage, really called red cabbage, but it's purple. Kids love this stuff. There's not too many purple foods, so it's fun. And this I'm just gonna chop into little bitty pieces and sprinkle it on.
What a great idea this is.
Thank you. It's very simple. And you know, one thing that I've always disliked about recipe books is that they kind of always have made me feel like I don't like feeling like I need to have all of the ingredients on hand, because I don't usually have every ingredient that every recipe calls for. So with my very simple recipe book that I'm creating, I'm going to really try to incorporate a lot of substitute options where it's like, okay, well, if you don't have yellow corn, but you still want to make your lettuce wraps, you can maybe use mango or pineapple. Do a little pop of fruit in there if you're looking for that yellow and you don't have to run to the store and go buy corn. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
lots of substitutes, because there's no wrong way. I mean, food is like art, so you can substitute a lot. Now, I also brought cucumber, which is not totally necessary because we already have green, but I'll go ahead and do it anyways because I brought it.
Do you know, I never had a cucumber in my life until recently. And now that I go to restaurants, seriously, I never had it.
I know.
And they did it here and I ate it. Now when I go to restaurants, I have cucumbers on my salad. It's cucumber, tomato, the salad.
It's
Never
good for
had
you.
a cucumber.
Never had a cucumber in my life.
That is
I ran the other way.
that is a tragedy.
Cucumber, I love vegetables. I love this whole wrap. I like yellow peppers and green peppers.
You eat this in the
Okay,
home.
so if you can see, I don't want to really pick it up because I don't want it to spill, but oh yeah, you can see it. It's
That
a
is so
beautiful
cool.
little rainbow wrap. So then you just roll it up. And if you are making this as like an appetizer for people, if you had like guests coming over, what you could do is use a little toothpick.
They're coming out to try it already, Veronica.
A little toothpick to hold it closed. And then you really want that first bite to be, you know, full of goodness. So what I like to do is just take a little kitchen scissor and shoop, chop that off, because that first end just has mostly all collard and no veggies. So I just chop off the little ends, and there you have it.
That is
The hummus
beautiful.
is kind of like a little paste. It holds it together.
The kids must love this.
They love it. They love it. It's so fun. And I
And-
mean, what kid wouldn't be excited to eat this? It's like a little. It looks like a little egg roll or something. It looks fun to eat.
You know, and it's healthy, and I love that you can substitute. I know Slick's all over the pineapple. If you want a little bit of sweetness, you could put some pineapple in it. And
cut
for
it in
red,
half.
you could add a piece of apple in, or red apple, or green apple. You could
Tomato, whatever you have.
put tomato in. As long as you lay out the choices that they're all healthy choices and they're all different colors, and you let the kids create their own rainbow of what they like,
Very impressive.
it's a win-win.
It's a very healthy. This is right up your alley.
Okay.
There you go, Bree.
Would anyone like to eat it?
Go ahead. She's trying
I
to go
washed
on
my
more
hands before
healthy.
I made it, I promise.
You too? You're eating more healthy too? All right, Bree, do a taste test for us. Are we on autopilot or we got Haley over there? Okay. Yes.
How is it? Put the camera on her face.
Go right in the camera. There you go.
How is that?
It's good. It's really good.
It can get a little messy to eat, but it's yummy.
Kid tested, producer approved.
I gotta tell you, I like the aspect that you can change. Like I can't eat peppers, I'm allergic, but I can put apples in it. Right? We could
There
put
you go. Yep.
cauliflower.
That only took a
I
few
may
minutes
cook
to-
some of the stuff. I don't like raw.
Okay,
carrots.
so
I like
You
it
can cook it, you can blanch it if you don't like it raw. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna also do an Asian style kind of teriyaki wrap.
Teriyaki.
That because you know, here's the question. Freddie says he doesn't really like it raw, so he might want to blanch it or steam it a little bit. So you're going.
Like the carrots, I like them steamed. I could look at military. Military, you like that? Tell me what you think.
Teriyaki, I'm all in.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
Should be good.
What is that?
These are ingredients for the teriyaki.
I can't get over the size of them leaves she has.
That you grow your own. You know, I kill everything, but
So
the fact
this
that you
is-
grow this,
This is romaine, just regular old romaine lettuce.
wow.
Okay, now you're talking my speed.
And okay, so we're gonna start with a little mixing bowl. Put this to the side. I'm gonna use mushroom. This is organic.
How was it?
Bella mushrooms, yes. So we're gonna chop that up. Now, normally for this teriyaki lettuce wrap, I would actually use tofu. But since we didn't, I was trying to really keep it raw and not need to use like a hot plate or do any actual stovetop cooking. I decided to replace the tofu with mushrooms and chickpeas because it's gonna give you that nice texture.
Nice.
So you can see I just chopped up all the mushrooms into little bits. I'm gonna put them into the mixing bowl here. I'm gonna just use one mushroom. And then I have some chickpeas, garbanzo beans to add lots of protein and nutrients.
I love that you make it so easy.
Yeah, well, cooking should be easy and fun. Like,
I
it really
kinda
doesn't
like
have
that.
to be so complicated. People really get intimidated if they didn't grow up, you know, cooking. It's especially if you're looking to change your diet and go plant-based. It seems like a big undertaking, but it's really doesn't have to be so complicated. Okay, so next you have, so I just put my organic chickpeas and mushrooms into a bowl. I'm going to add some organic teriyaki sauce. This is no soy teriyaki. Just gonna add some in. And I'm gonna use a fork to just mash it up.
Now you said that you will use tofu in place of the mushrooms?
I would use mushroom and tofu together. but
Together,
I'm
okay.
actually replacing the tofu with the chickpeas
Gotcha.
because they're already, you know, cooked and they can just be eaten like this without any hot plate or anything. So you want to mash it up until it's just looks like a yummy filling. You'll see. I mean, you can kind of gauge how lumpy or mushy you want it, but that looks about good. And then I'm gonna add sunflower seeds. This is gonna give it a little bit of
Amazing.
crunch.
Sunflower seeds.
So for an Asian kind of a dish, especially like pad thais and stuff like that, a lot of times people will use peanuts, which I love, but not everybody can eat peanuts.
Right.
We have a lot of allergies at the garden, so we tend to be a nut-free facility. So sunflower seeds work really great. Do a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I brought a green onion with me. This is actually an organic green onion that I bought at Whole Foods. And when you buy these, you see that they actually come with these little roots still attached. This is how they sell it, like a whole bundle of them. You can replant this and it'll
Yeah.
just continue to grow. You just pop it in some soil and put it near a window and it will grow and grow for quite a while. Like all summer you'll have fresh green onions.
Wow.
So,
I'm thinking we should plant a garden outside. And we could have lunch.
You may want
so I'm using my
They
scissors
have
to
onions
create little scallions.
So we plant something else besides onions.
No, because I had them in my house in New York. The lady before me did.
Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to add to the mixture
Kept the
is
animals out. Let's keep
red
the animals out.
red bell pepper. And for this one, you want everything to be like miniature, little small cuts.
I'm just amazed at how simple you make this. And it's not just for kids. This is great for a family dinner.
Anybody.
Anybody. So, you know, when you're making, my kids were growing up, I would make 3 dinners until the doctor said, that's ridiculous, stop. You make 1 dinner, they either eat it or they don't. You put it on the table and they choose what you have made for dinner.
Right. Yes, 3 dinners is ridiculous. I have to agree. Okay, you see the filling. So that's it. Then you just add it to your lettuce leaf and enjoy.
You like teriyaki?
I love teriyaki.
You want to try this one, Freddie?
I can't because of the
peppers.
The bell pepper you can't eat?
I can't eat peppers. I will start sneezing uncontrollably.
Okay.
It's like the bread.
Bree's here.
wanted to go help
How
it
do you
too.
feel now? Grab a mic that you've gone different food choices.
I feel good. Like, I feel I have more energy in the morning. I've been trying to less chips, more fruit. Like, for lunch, I have like a banana, blueberries, kiwis, strawberries. But I make enough so it can last me.
You ever have wraps?
No, I've never had these type of wraps. That's why I was like really like.
This is really simple though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I might like, you know.
So just
start
like
doing
the,
these.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
no,
Keep going.
Just like the other one, I'm cutting off the ends so that you can get that really good first bite. And I closed it with a toothpick.
You want to do a type of thing?
There we go. Anybody want it?
Yeah, I'm here.
We are here.
I took both of those. I need to know, like.
I love that. How many recipes are you going to have in your cookbook, Veronica?
I'm not sure. It's still in the beginning phases, and I'm like trying to decide if I want to give away all my secrets in one book or if I want to spread it out.
I would spread it out.
Yeah, but I also have a children's book series already that is an ongoing series. So I kind of feel like maybe this should just be a one and done thing, or maybe part 1 and part 2. I'm not going to do 10 recipe books. It's either 1 or 2. Because I have the Veggie Vero books. That's like a, right now up to number 7.
Is this going to be a Veggie Vero cookbook or this is a Veronica Green?
It is a Veggie Vero cookbook. Cooking with Veggie Vero is, I think, what it's going to be called. So it's going to be recipes, easy plant-based recipes that kids can make at home with very minimal assistance. And Veggie Vero will be illustrated on the pages, like giving fun facts about the nutritional facts about the food. And all the food will actually be illustrated rather than like, photographs. So it's very kid-friendly and engaging.
I love that. Why did they leave without trying it on camera? They just took the food and left. You guys, I need to know how it tastes.
Where are they?
They confiscated the food and left. What are you looking for? A knife?
Oh, to cut it?
She has a scissor
Yeah.
over there.
So this one is going to be maybe not such a clean cut because of the romaine, but let's...
That's okay. They're not going to eat it cleanly anyway. How was that, Military? How was the first one?
It was good.
It was good? Military likes us.
He was cutting it, but he left.
She has no patience.
You're welcome.
I don't.
All right, tell us how you like this one.
You want to get in the camera so we can see it? Go stand next to Veronica. Stand next to Veronica, yeah.
Come on in. Come on in.
I don't want to spill anything on you.
It's okay.
Yeah, taste it.
And survey says,
That's really good.
Which one you like better, the first or the second one?
totally different.
It is different. This can be cooked too. Like if you wanted to
I like both.
more of a hot wrap, you can cook it.
What do you
cook
think,
the
Slick?
mixture.
I like this one.
I was just telling her I got this stuff from my house, so
You can make this at home.
Yeah.
Instead of
it's simple
calling
ingredients,
DoorDash
don't
and
worry.
spending $60, we can make this at home.
Spending my $60.
I love that it's going to be a bit. What do you think? You like it, Brie?
Oh, I loved it.
It's so different to be able to do this with your kids and to make one healthy dinner. I love this whole idea. I feel like that grandparents can start doing this with their grandchildren and not always a piece of chocolate cake or ice cream, and they learn different ideas. Imagine you doing this.
I could see Rowan doing this. Rowan would really be into it. I don't know, I think Joey's still too young. But I can see Rowan's definitely getting into it.
I mean, they can make a fruit salad like the rainbow. You put out different choices. They make their parfaits. They can have a rainbow parfait with different colored fruits. There's so many great ideas that you can do with kids that can make it fun, but yet it's nutritious. And I love the sunflower seeds for crunch.
Yes. Yeah, I'm big into texture with food. I like to make sure that the texture is right. I feel like I sound like a real chef now, talking like I'm into texture, but I'm not a chef. Like, I don't consider myself a professional chef. I just have found this niche at the garden. The kids just really love getting their hands involved in the cooking process, and I see how much they're enjoying it. And these parents are asking me every week. I get messages from parents who want to be reminded of a certain recipe that we made last week or 2 weeks ago. So it just came to me that, there's a real demand for this, so maybe I should put all of these into a book. And that's just kind of how it happened.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a Veggie Vero cookbook, so why not? I see kids follow you all over social media. Like, Veggie Vero is their superhero, and they dress up in costumes as Veggie Vero.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
Recently, we had a collaboration at the garden. We did a collab with the library, the Delray Beach Library, and they had a book parade where children went to the library dressed as their favorite like storybook characters, and then they paraded over to the garden because it's only a couple blocks down. And then at the garden we did like story times, and it was like an Earth Day event too. We had a whole presentation, but one of the little kids that came was dressed as Veggie Vero. Oh my gosh!
How did that make you feel, though?
It was unbelievable. I mean, she had to the T. She had the little yellow headband, the overalls, the V-shirt, and the cape. I mean, she had it all. Her costume was better than mine. I have a Veggie Vero costume. It's not as cute as hers. It was so sweet.
That's amazing.
It's surreal. It's awesome.
You should have taken a picture of it.
I saw it on social media. Veronica posted pictures, and I'm thinking, when we do what we do is trying to inspire children or people to find their voice and to get comfortable with new ideas and to really be who they are. And you started Veggie Vero as an idea, as a concept, and you started writing books, and you're at the Delray Beach Children's Garden. But to know that you're making a difference, and this is how they express that this is their superhero, has to just fill your heart with so much pride that your message has gotten through to the kids.
Yeah, it definitely does. It makes me so happy. And to see that whole evolution of Veggie Vero is really amazing, because when I first started, I was just newly plant-based myself. So I just felt passionate about spreading this message of compassion and making kinder choices with kids and with families. But I never imagined that it would grow into what it has grown into, and that so many people would embrace it.
It's so amazing. How do people get your books?
My books are all on veggievero.com. So that's the word veggie and then VERO.com. They're also on Amazon.
And when are you at the garden?
So I usually work at the garden throughout the week. We have private programming, but on Thursdays there's a walk-in class that anybody can just come to at 10 a.m. And it's called Mother Nature and Me. It's story time, arts and craft, and just kind of nature exploration. So that's from 10 to 12 on Thursdays. And you can also come on the weekends. We're open Saturday and Sunday, although we're starting our summer hours in June. So it'll only be Saturdays for June, July, and August. So Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
So much fun. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. on our Kids Television Network. More with Veggie Vero. There's a new episode, a new story time, sometimes a craft, sometimes just walking around the garden, and it always goes with the story, and it's all a feel-good show. Everything you'd want your kids to do, from learning about butterflies to ladybugs to meditation and just being still. Every week is an inspiration, right?
It's like a children's zoo where you get to learn all the different animals are vegetables.
So we're going to
That's
head out
kinda
to
cool.
commercial break.
Yes, we're going to go to commercial break.
We're going to come with Veggie Vero, our in-house band. We got the crew in studio. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you on the other side.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hillary Taylor at drthc.net. I have my doctorate in clinical psychology and now practice as a certified life coach. At Dr. Taylor's Holistic Community, we will work together using a holistic approach to improve and maintain your wellness and take the first steps towards creating the life that you want, need, and deserve. Call me today at 1-833-552-4442 and remember drthc.net.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Very nice.
I don't know who we've got on board today, but somebody's running on board.
Somebody's doing it right.
Nice
Okay.
job. So we're going to do this every day, you think? Going to have Josh and his guitar?
Until the guitar falls off his shoulder. And how'd you like the voice? The man, the myth. the
I
legend?
like it a lot. I like our summer crew. I just got notification that one of our crew from last year is going to be joining us again for summer, so that'll be nice.
It'll be
So
nice.
now we'll have 3 Joshes. So
One,
Josh,
two, three.
Josh 2. He says, hi, this is Josh 2. So we're going to have 3 Joshes back in the house,
I'm changing my name to Josh 4.
which is a whole lot of fun. Thank you to Veronica Green for sharing some cooking recipes for your kids. So that'll be so much fun. We'll also have another show playing for you on Saturday on our Kids Network. We can even clip this maybe and play it as a special edition with some cooking.
Yeah. All right, for Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll clip this out and show the cooking segment with the 2 wraps.
Absolutely.
So that'll be nice.
She's giving me a whole different perspective to rapping.
Why?
Because I was telling you, first, I can't eat raw carrots. I used to do that when I was a kid. I thought it was Bugs Bunny. I like them cooked, so I could still include that in there. But for peppers, I could use different things. Tofu is okay, I'm good with that. Onion,
green onion?
Not the
Mushrooms?
onions. The mushrooms, I love mushrooms. Me and mushrooms have a relationship.
You could do mushrooms and tomatoes, teriyaki and tofu, put in a lettuce. You could do
broccoli in,
anything.
and I could do anything. Yeah. And if you like sweet and sour, you can put an apple in there. A little teriyaki on the side.
Oh, you're getting creative now.
I'm telling you, she's giving
She's
me a
good.
whole look of.
It's very inspirational to see, you know what, cooking does not have to be complicated or difficult.
Because they think I don't eat healthy, but I do. I'm the only one in this house, besides you, who is vegan. She wasn't vegan. I know you do. 8 months. I lost 34 pounds. No, I didn't have any of that.
No, he went vegan for 8 months.
Oh,
he
for 8
lost
months.
a lot of weight.
34 pounds I lost.
And then he went back to regular
No,
food.
COVID hit,
Yeah.
and it was tough to find vegan. This is going back a few years, but I did it.
Messing with you. Listen, I am encouraging all people to just eat healthier in general. It's not about being perfect or, you know, reaching some level of like perfection. It's about just making more conscious choices of what you put in your body. It's a journey for all of us.
Well, it happened during the playoffs for football. And there's a team called the Tennessee Titans. They came out with this vegan thing. One of their running backs, who was running people over. I don't mean pushing people, running them over. And they asked him, what did you do different? And his wife decided to make him vegan.
I saw this.
And
Was
so-
this Game Changers you're
Yes,
talking about?
yes,
Game
it was.
Changers, yeah, I saw
And
it.
it went from him to half the team. And all of a sudden, half the team became stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it all the way to the NFC Championship game where they lost. But they didn't lose because of him, they lost because of the quarterback. But anyway, so I saw this thing and I looked at it logically and I went vegan, completely vegan. It was because of Sarah, Linda's daughter, my stepdaughter. She and I saw this thing and we said, we got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now I did it to take away the inflammation of my hands and feet.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you something, all kidding aside, poultry, beef, all that puts inflammation in your body. And this stuff was unbelievable. It was like magic. I thought there was something wrong with it. Then I started to get a little bit crazy with the vegan stuff. I started trying different things that I never tried before. And then we ran into that vegan restaurant. Juicy up in West Palm. I went all the way to Miami to buy an ice cream this much. It was vegan ice cream. And I went all the way down there to get it. Then I went to the farms of Hialeah. I got a little nuts.
But you can get vegan ice cream from like Publix. You don't have to go that
Now
far.
you can.
Oh, this was a long time
This
ago.
is going back before COVID. And then when COVID came along, it changed the game because it was tough to get, expensive to get, things were tight, and then I went back to.
Well, you could freeze bananas, one of the cheapest things that we can buy, bananas. Let them go a little brown and then freeze them and put them in a blender frozen with whatever, strawberries if you want strawberry ice cream and a little bit of almond milk and you have
Well,
yourself
there's a few things. Let me tell you.
vegan ice
I'm a
cream.
diabetic. Almond milk is not good for me.
Whatever milk.
Creates.
Well, you can
inflammation.
make it with coconut milk.
Yeah.
You can
Coconut-
substitute
and-
different things.
And then there are certain flavors and this and that. But there are certain things like bananas. I can't eat
Sometimes I
bananas.
think he's like 6 years old over here with food.
No, but come
Veronica.
on. There's certain things that I can't eat, and there's certain things that I won't eat, and there's certain things that I want to eat. I can't eat bananas. It raises my blood sugar.
But he can have cookies.
No, that's the first cookie I've had since 2 weeks ago. And it's funny, they only watch when you eat that. They don't now watch when I'm eating broccoli. They don't watch when I'm eating vegetables. They point out the cookie.
It's all good though. Lots of choices.
Who bought the cookies? Who
Eileen.
bought the... No, those are your cookies.
Eileen brought them all in last week.
And the muffins too?
And Lucky, yeah. No, I really try not to enable things here.
I'm afraid to ask. What's the matter?
He's feeling good.
No, because he's right. That you only eat what he's.
And we're back to this morning
He's-
show again.
He's feeling.
I
He's
have
feeling
bad
good.
choices.
But tomorrow we've got a great show lined up. I don't know what your schedule's like, Veronica, but every Wednesday we have WEMP Wednesday. It's Women Empowerment. It seems very dark in here today. Women Empowerment Token, which is Women in Cryptocurrency. WEMP Token. You can find all the information on WEMP, WEMP.world. And we're going to be doing education, crypto education 101.
And also, we are enhancing women to come in and talk about their business, just like you did today. Networking, making it grow and go. They have different programs for women. They have a big ear and they're listening to put forward different projects that belong to women as well.
Different foundations that they're supporting and giving money to, women foundations, women working with charities. Might be great for the Delray Beach Children's Garden.
Anybody that has an idea, and if you're women-based, it's what they're looking for right now. And they were nice enough to let us put that in here so we can invite as many women. It's free to come, learn, grow, and talk about who you are and what you do. You'll probably have a different person sitting up here tomorrow.
Why?
Because I don't wear a dress.
It doesn't
The
matter.
other day, no, it does matter. It doesn't matter to you, but it matters
You feel
to me.
uncomfortable?
The other day, women said, "Oh, women empowerment, let's take a picture." And Freddie was standing there. And they were gracious enough for me to sit there and take a picture. And then they kicked me out the way and they took 100 pictures
No,
of the
no,
women.
no, no.
Yeah, it's true. Which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. If it was a guy's night out, I wouldn't expect you to be taking
Oh,
a picture.
no.
Well,
No, I would
it's
not.
the same difference.
I would not be in a guy's night out. I think I'd pass on that one. But we are having also a big summer blowout clearance sale on all of the artwork that is here in the studio. We are repricing everything. We've got Amy Rashevsky, Jay Harmon, Gina Bella. We've got artwork from Stephanie Jaffe. We've got Max Lazega. I'm looking around what we've got. We've got Rosie Sherman. We've got so many great pieces here that people don't realize that are for sale. So come on down to the studio. We're going to be getting all that information out. Our newsletter will be going out by the end of the week as well with some of that. It's just priced to move and get into your home. Have some summer fun, redecorate a little bit.
You actually put all those prices together.
She put them all together. We're going to print them out and start putting them up.
Who's in the cafe press this month?
Actually, everybody.
What do you mean everybody? What you write, an encyclopedia?
They wrote, meet our summer crew.
Really? You put all the kids in it?
So they're putting the summer crew out there so everyone knows who they're going to see, the friendly faces on the other side of the camera. If you're not in studio, if you're in studio, the friendly faces that you will get to meet in person. We are spotlighting our new artist, Ken Bieberman. So his piece is in. It's some amazing pieces. You talk about NFT and some great pop artwork. So his artwork is spotlighted, and I think we're spotlighting Heidi's commercial, Javon Radiance Cream.
I thought she was coming tomorrow also, Heidi.
I don't know. I'm going to check with her and
You have
see.
to invite her. Nice commercial she put together.
Javon Radiance, made from the goat milk of the blue herd goat.
Yes, and that goat is actually blue.
So a lot of good information happening.
You know, it's funny. What are you laughing at? This morning we had a lot of the producers in studio today. We had 7. And when we started to do the morning show, it's supposed to be a lot of producers in there with us so we could do what happened this morning because you're hilarious. And it just felt so different having all those people coming
nice.
at one time, right? It used to be that way on the norm when Teddy was here and Cracker Barrel was
Right.
here. Did you feel it was a little bit different?
It's a different crew, so it's getting the whole feel, the whole kind of mix of what it is. But it's nice.
Interesting.
It's nice to have a new crew. We've got Haley's back and Slick's always with us. We've got a new summer crew with us and getting to see how they are going to start immersing and coming together as a team and a family and friendships and everything that comes out. It's like going to summer camp when you come here on summer. They meet new people, they get to know each other, they work together on ideas, and then they go back to school on their separate ways.
And I don't want to forget Cafe Latino or Latino
Cafe Central.
Cafe Central has an event tomorrow. Do we know where it is?
It is up in Green Acres in Lake Worth, I believe it is.
Do we know where it is?
We can get the address and we can post that
I
out.
wanted
I
to-
know Lucky's not here, but I was talking to Lucky tonight. You know, we've talked a lot about real estate and buying right now, interest rates going up, and whether it's the right time to buy or not. Slick actually started this all off when he interviewed some guests a few weeks ago. And I was listening last night to the news, and there is a new program coming out starting next week that our governor has signed a new bill that is called Hometown Heroes. Hometown
I
Heroes.
saw that.
And it's really
First-time home buyers.
first-time home buyers that are supporters of our community, from teachers to first responders, policemen, firemen, anyone that serves our community. They are offering some great rates, and I believe it's like a 0% interest rate for up to $25,000, lowering closing costs. You have to work with a realtor and mortgage broker that is signing up for the program. and different mortgage brokers that are working with you to really bring the community and support the community and those that need some extra assistance. I think it's a second mortgage, 0% for 30 years, up to $25,000.
I don't think it's a second. I think it's a first. But you got to have a 640 FICO. That's the only drawback on this thing. But other than that, it's pretty dramatic.
And it's nice to see that they included our teachers in it.
Yeah, well, they're first responders. Even the post office is first. If you worked in a bodega during COVID, and you were the only one in there and getting sick by the droves, remember that? To me, they're first responders because if they had gone out, how are you going to get a glass of milk, glass of water? How are you going to get food? Can
But I
you
think
imagine?
it's a nice program. It was a pleasant surprise to hear something positive come out of the news to support people in the economy. We talk all the time about all the bad things we see on the news and how expensive it is to live, but they're actually hearing and they're seeing in this state of Florida that we live in to support people to make a difference. Because, you know, when you put money back into the community and people can afford to live in the community, they can afford to rise in the community.
Well, I have,
So Lucky is part of that program.
yes, and Lucky actually announced that she's moved to a new mortgage company starting today, and they want to come down and do some work with us.
So she was telling
to
me.
put the word out. So that's interesting to begin with. Now, I love the fact that the program is out there. I think the timing of it is kind of bizarre, but the program is out there because of the pricing of housing. The ugly word of inflation has taken its toll on people now. All of a sudden, inflation has taken the place of the Ukraine war. Have you noticed that? They're talking about how inflation is eating away at your dollar, and they're trying to fear you again and again and again. You know, if gasoline is going to be $4.65 a gallon, which it is today, broke the record yesterday, then drive less. Oh yes, or pay it. You know, there's only one way with this thing. It's you're not gonna buy a new electric car now. You're gonna buy a car. You're gonna buy a car. Okay, if you want to buy a car, see Slick. He's gonna. pay for it.
I'm not a car salesman, but I'm just saying there's a lot of other options, hybrids.
You're talking about spending money
Yeah.
on a purchase.
But you're
I'm
saving
talking
the
about cutting back on using your card, because guess what's coming Monday?
What's
What
coming
happens
Monday?
Monday?
Memorial Day
happening?
weekend.
And what happens Memorial Day weekend?
People
Boats.
go to the beach.
What happens to gas on a regular
Boats.
Memorial Day weekend?
Boats,
Goes up.
gas, grill. Yeah, it goes up. Yeah.
Because everybody's out doing
Grilling.
their thing, right?
Grilling.
Okay, do your thing, but don't complain.
Yeah.
Just don't complain about it. Find different ways. Maybe you change your diet, right? Vegetables are a whole
That's-
lot cheaper than a steak
And
sandwich.
a whole lot healthier, yep.
Whole lot healthier. Maybe you live a little longer. Cut out cigarettes.
You're asking people to change their whole lifestyle.
Oh, but you're gonna complain about $4.65.
Yes.
I went to the gas station one time, and people were applauding because we were told that the increase was because of the Ukraine war, not because inflation was coming. Now I go to the gas station and I got a duck because people want to hit the gas pump with a hammer.
Someone told me yesterday there was one gas station in the community there. All their computers must have been hacked because you could not get gas, you could not pay for anything, you could not use the pumps on this one brand of gas station. And they went from gas station to actually get gas, and they had to find a different company.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, what you don't know is that Wawa gave gasoline $20 for free for the day.
Nice.
And they were sold out in 2 hours.
I'm sure they were.
But they tried, you know. Now what they're gonna do is look at him. Look what he's doing.
What are
Now
you
what
doing?
they're gonna do? He's talking into the phone, into the mic at the same time. Now what they're gonna do is they're going to release some of the diesel that we have on reserve, because what we forgot was everything is on diesel.
Problem solved. Okay?
What are you gonna do?
We're just gonna go all electric.
We're gonna eat right, and we're gonna save the earth. To be honest with you, because we're gonna have to end up going that way anyway. Because even though you say electric cars, hybrid cars are gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be to a point where everybody's going to have to, you know, everybody's gonna have to have it.
Do we have a camera on Veronica?
Yeah, Veronica.
Because I want to ask Veronica a question.
Correct.
Um,
No, it's not
we got three on Veronica?
Three.
And all kidding aside, because she's right in the pulse of working with young families and moms, and this baby formula shortage that we had, what were you finding moms were doing?
At the garden, I gotta be honest with you.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't hear really people talking about it.
Well, that's good. That means that maybe it wasn't as bad in our area as the media led us to believe.
I mean, I don't have kids myself, so don't judge me for this question, but I don't really fully understand is the baby formula thing if you're not able to breastfeed, or do you do formula after they are when does formula come into place for a baby?
Well, it depends. Some moms don't breastfeed, so baby formula
is a
necessity from the moment the baby is born, and it could be for first 2 years of their life.
Okay.
And there are other kids that, not that they're allergic to the breast milk, but because most kids, they tolerate that. But if your mom is not nursing,
right.
And if you're beyond the years that you could actually go back to nursing because you've just not done it, your child started on formula, they have to find formula.
So the formula is for the child is still baby, cannot have any other type of food, and
Correct.
the mom cannot breastfeed.
Correct.
So at the garden we have a lot.
You have a lot of moms that are probably breastfeeding.
They're breastfeeding while they're there.
That's what I'm figuring. You know, it's so interesting.
I didn't have any talk about it. Yeah.
Because the moms that are bringing their kids out to the garden are probably moms that are breastfeeding.
Well, I know people that are breastfeeding, and then I know people that are giving up breast milk to the breast milk banks.
They're donating?
Yep. And then I saw on the news where we have Nestle's milk that came in from Germany. I think 78,000 pounds of it. The problem is it's going to take 3 weeks to 4 weeks to get it on the market because they got to test it. The FDA says,
Right.
no, we're not just going to let it release. We're going to test it to see what's in it. So God only knows what's in it. But anything short of poison, I know they're going to release it because everybody's panicking. We have become a society of panic.
My first thought when I heard about this shortage was, how can you replace it naturally? Like, isn't there something that we can use plant-based to replace breast milk if you're not able to breastfeed? Like, I don't know. I'm genuinely asking because I don't know. Like,
It depends on your philosophy.
I remember my mom she told me that she used to blend up like food, like solid food. She would blend it up and give it to me as a kid. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't when I was an infant, but
I did that for my kids because they could not tolerate the canned baby foods. The preservatives in the canned and jarred food made my kids sick, so I would have to make their own baby food.
So a child who is old enough to eat the baby food like from a jar, are they past the point of they don't need formula anymore, or is it the same age?
They usually stop formula at about a year. So it's almost that they start solids a little bit, but they're not solids, they're mashed.
Gotcha.
And then they were going to milk, but I know there's a whole lot different controversies now on cow's milk
They're not
versus
using
other
cow's
things.
milk,
So
yeah.
I think things have changed.
Well, you know, and don't feed
They're
your
going
kid-
plant-based. They make plant-based baby food now.
Yes, they do. And don't feed goat milk to kids. Don't do that. That was another thing that they were doing. They were feeding goat milk.
Well,
to
if you
babies.
really want me to go down the rabbit hole, we have a whole other discussion about why we're giving breast milk from another species to human babies. But that can be a whole other
Because
conversation.
people are desperate. And what happens is you make mistakes as you go along. Remember when Trump was president and he talked about putting Clorox in your veins? And allegedly he meant that as a joke, and then 16 people died because they listened and did it? You know, people panic and pick the wrong things to do. Now, a good question was asked the other day. Not everybody in the world does formula. And there are people in different countries that do different things. So learn. You know, look it up and see what they do in New Zealand, see what they do wherever, and learn. Become
Yeah, like
proactive.
I would be curious to know what other places do that never had access to formula prior to the shortage, or what did we do as a society before companies existed that made formula? Like, formula is a new age thing, more or less. I mean, that didn't just always exist. So I'm curious, what was the thing that we did before it? You know what I mean? I'm just curious, genuinely, because I just don't know.
My ex-wife could not give Freddie milk because she got engorged, and then they had to put on antibiotics, and so that milk now is done. So I had to use different formulas. And then he was allergic to the first one. So I had to find another one. It was the Enfamil, finally, that he could tolerate. So that was a mess. But for Gio, Michelle breastfed him. And I'm gonna tell you, she used to put it in these canisters. I know, like that. It's separating, you gotta shake it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. But, you know,
You
gotta
breastfed your kid?
No.
Why? Well, you know breastfed.
was not a thing for me.
Why? For you. What about the child that needed, he would have had, your kids are smart anyway.
I tried with Chelsea.
Oh, you tried?
I tried.
She bit you?
And there was
You
one day that all she did was eat. And I never even got out of a chair or my pajamas. And I just remember crying, saying, I can't do this.
What do you mean she didn't stop?
Nope. By
You
the
have
time
to
she
stop
finished
her.
on one side, then she went to the other, then she went back to the other, and I'm done.
Maybe she wasn't getting enough. Is that
So,
what?
Yep.
That's another problem. Women sometimes they don't. Some people are like, no, and the other ones aren't.
I definitely don't want to come across judgmental. I have not done it myself. I don't. I'm just curious because I'm exposed to so many women at the garden who are breastfeeding. But I know that not everybody can, or maybe, you know, working moms who really just can't dedicate their whole day to breastfeeding. Like, I get it. That's not an option for everyone. So
and they pump and they store it, and there's a lot of options that people, and heck, there's a whole lot more options than when my kids. It's been 30 years, so there's a lot new technology out there for people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some things stay the same. Some things change. I don't know. I haven't. And now Rowan and Joey and Brecken, they don't breastfeed anymore either.
No. So they go to Steak and Shake with you.
You know, you don't have to put my laundry out there.
No, it's a whole lot of fun. That's what grandpas do. I think it's awesome.
My son says that instead of going to Shake and Bake, let's do something healthy. Okay, so he takes me down to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's the healthy?
Or IHOP. But look, now you can cook with them at home.
This gives me an idea to try something.
Try something new. All right, you want to wrap this up?
Yes.
Veronica, thank you so much for joining us.
My
Tune in on
pleasure.
Saturday, 9 a.m. to kick off our Kids Television Network. Every Saturday, you've got Veggie Vero's Kids Corner, followed by Tap with Alana. We have Art with Amy. Let's Talk Art. We've got the colored pencil artist, Jay Harmon. We're going to play today's episode again with some cooking. So a whole lot of fun. And of course, and always Teenpreneur wraps up our Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. You going to take us out, Josh, and close the show? Nice job, everyone. Have a great day. If you're in the area, join us tomorrow for WEMP Wednesday, Women Empowerment Token Wednesday. Learn a little bit of
Come
crypto.
on down, yeah.
Come on down to the studio. We'll see what we've got going on. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And we will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. brunch.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
There was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that we you heard when I heard. I strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that we're here. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word.